In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create Instagram Reels, and I'll also be going through all the creative tools. Let's jump in. After you've opened up the Instagram app, click the center plus button here to create something new. You'll now be able to choose whether you want to create a post, story, reel, or live piece of content using the options at the bottom here. We'll select Reel to get going. At the top, we have the camera option to record some fresh content for our reel here. We also have the Clip Hub, which allows us to browse through a huge library of clips to use in our reel, using either the search bar at the top or selecting one of the preset categories. Next, we have the audio option, which again takes us to a massive library of music we can search for to use in our reel. If you're not quite sure what music to pick, then you can also hit the trending button here, which will show a list of the current top 50 audio tracks that are being used in other reels. If you're not looking to start from scratch, then feel free to head into templates just here, where you'll be able to choose a preset edit for your reel, and then you can just swap out the clips with your own. Finally, we have the Made for You category, which is where Instagram basically creates some reels automatically from the media in your camera roll. Alternatively, we can get started by selecting one or more clips we want to use within our camera roll. Once you've selected your media, we can continue by tapping the next button here at the bottom right. If you haven't already selected an audio track, you'll get an option to search for one now, or you can select one of the trending tracks that Instagram suggests. If you're not interested in having a music track, you can tap the skip button here at the bottom left. Otherwise, you can hit the next button here once you've selected a track. We'll now be taken into the editing interface. You can resize the viewer at the top by tapping and holding your finger on the image and moving it either down to increase the viewer size or up to decrease it. We can also resize the timeline by pinching our fingers closer to zoom in on the timeline or further apart to zoom out again. The first tool we have is the Edit tool. If we press this, we'll get some additional options to edit the media clip we're currently viewing. Alternatively, you can also tap the media clip you want to edit in the timeline area too. You'll know which clip you're currently editing as you'll see this yellow highlight around the selected clip. We can adjust the length of our selected clip holding either the left or right side of the clip and moving our finger in the desired direction to make the clip shorter or longer. First, we have the Speed tool. If you tap this, you'll be able to adjust the speed of the clip you're currently selecting. Moving the slider to the right will mean the clip will play faster, so a 2.0 times speed means a clip will play twice as fast, whereas if we bring the slider down to say 0.5 times, the clip will now play at half speed. Next, we have the Split tool. If we tap this, we'll create a cut on our selected clip wherever the thin white line is. This tool can be useful if we want to intertwine clips from several pieces of media. Next up, we have the Adjust Section tool. If we tap this, we'll be able to choose what part of that selected clip will be seen on your reel. For example, if you had a 1-minute video clip but you only wanted to show 5 seconds of a particular area on that clip, you'd use the Adjust Section tool to choose which part of that individual clip will play in your main reel edit. Next, we have the Reorder tool. If we tap this, we'll be able to swap around the order of our current clips within the timeline. And next, we have the Replace tool. If we tap this, we'll be able to switch the media out with something alternative. This tool won't adjust the timings within your timeline, just the piece of media itself that is associated with the selected clip. Next up, we have the Crop tool. We can use this to reposition, resize and rotate the selected clip by either tapping or pinching the image on the viewer itself. Finally, we have the Discard button here. If we tap this on a selected clip, it will be completely removed from our reel timeline. So that just about covers everything when editing your clips. The next option we have is the Add Clips button. If we tap this, we'll have the option to add some more clips into our reel. We can use the camera button here to record something new. We also have our Clip Hub if we want to add something from Instagram's huge library of clips. Or we can of course choose something from our camera roll again. After we've chosen another clip, we'll have the option to trim it down just by dragging the handles inwards if we wish to do so. If we press Next, we'll see our new clip has now been added into our reel. Next up, we have the Add Text tool. If we tap this, we'll be able to type out our message to integrate into our reel. We can use the options here to choose a unique font for our text, as well as the slider here on the left to adjust the size of our font. To reposition our text, we can tap and hold onto the text itself to move it around and place it wherever we desire. Instagram also offers some further customization options at the top here, where we can adjust the color of our text, the alignment of it, and even apply some cool effects to make it stand out a little more. Once you're happy, you can hit Done at the bottom. We can now see the text element shown within our timeline. Again, we can adjust how long the text will be seen for on screen just by dragging and holding the handles accordingly. If we tap the text clip within the timeline, we'll get some slightly different options compared to a video clip. We can press the Duplicate button to create a copy of our text, in which we can then tap and hold the duplicated text clip to have it show at a different point in our reel. We also have the Edit option, which will simply take us back to the text editor if we want to change something. Now, a special little tool we have on these text clips is the Text-to-Speech option here. If we tap this, we'll be able to select one of Instagram's preset voice models to read out our text within our reel. This tool is nice if you want to include a voiceover within your reel, but you don't quite fancy doing the voice yourself. And finally, we again have the Discard Add option, which will of course remove the selected text clip if we tap that. So that's about everything for text. Moving on to the Clip Hub. If we select this, we'll simply be taken back to Instagram's clip library, where we can browse and select clips to further add into our reel. Next up, we have the Add Sticker button. If we press this, we'll be able to add one of Instagram's stickers into our reel. This could be anything from a poll to a quiz to a temperature. Feel free to browse through Instagram's stickers and select something that could increase engagement on your own content. Any added stickers will also show in your reel timeline, which you'll be able to edit or remove just by tapping the sticker. Next, we have the Voiceover tool. If we tap this, we'll now see an option to start recording audio. We can tap this where we'll get a short countdown till the audio recording starts. This can be useful if you want to record a live voiceover as your reel plays. Once you've finished recording, you'll have the same options to trim and readjust your audio recording within the timeline. Next up, we have the Volume tool. If we tap this, we'll be able to adjust and mix all of the audio tracks used within our reel. You'll want to make sure your chosen music track isn't drowning out your voiceover track, so it's usually a good idea to turn down the music volume if you are using voiceover. Next, we have the Filter tool. If we tap this, we'll get a wide range of filters to browse through, in which we can then apply to our full reel. And finally, we have the Reorder tool again here. As I mentioned before, we can use this tool to reorder the clips we've used in our reel so far. If we want to add transitions between clips, we can tap the small white square with the black line inside to choose through a range of transitions to apply between the clips we've selected. If you want to apply the transition to all clips used in your reel, press the Apply to All button here, otherwise you can hit the Done button here to apply the transition only to the area selected. Spend some time adding your clips, rearranging them, and experimenting with different audio options and effects to get your reel perfect. Remember that quality always wins over quantity. Once you've finished editing your reel, you can tap the Play button to the left here to preview it. If all looks good, we can tap the blue arrow button at the top right here to share our reel. Feel free to add a caption or tag relevant people and locations before you share your creation. If everything's in place, just hit the blue share button at the bottom and you're all set. And there you have it, you now know how to make Instagram Reels in 2024. If you're looking to bump your Instagram game up a little more, then why not check out Viddyoze? Viddyoze is the online video creator that allows anyone to make stunning customized videos within a matter of clicks. You can try Viddyoze absolutely free either by following the link in the description or pinned comment below. Hit that like button and as always, happy creating!